see that, because one of the favorite things about Fnatic, one of my favorite things about Fnatic on this side is that B rush, and I'm super curious to see if Dignitas have figured out a way to stop it, because it's so powerful. And it seems like every team that play Fnatic on this map, they end up losing at some point to one of those really crazy B rushes. And right now, if we can really call it a rush, we could call it like a delayed push towards B, but they actually have all the grenades for it, so they could make this work. They can smoke off so they can make a clear entry. Right now, Sipnix would be really hard for him to hold this kind of push, and I think they're doing it. Oh, thank you, Fnatic. I love it.
They are. They bait out mid. They go for the smoke mid. They show themselves to the man in connector. They get some information there for Dignitas, and then they're like, okay, guess what? It's actually going to be a B push coming in here. And Sipnix is holding. He's got cajunb supporting on short, but Cajun is out of position. Sipnix spots them, and Cajun has to come back here so quickly.
That's such a big jump. That follow-up grenade, great work from Sipnix already. Now everyone's flooding in. This is so nice. Now feTish is going to pick up the first kill. They have the grenade onto JW and Fnatic. They're actually running into a bit of a wall right now. As feTish runs out of bullets, though, Cajun will be able to kill. Device will take another one, and it's a 2-on-3. They have a big health advantage right here. olofmeister wants to see if he can get the jump on somebody here in the kitchen, but he's been found out already. Bomb plant will at least go through, so that's the first victory in this round for Fnatic.
Exactly. Now they can back off and set up the crossfire, and now it's going to come down to whether Dignitas can work their way out here. They don't have a kit picked up yet. It's 3 Kevlars picked up right now for Dignitas, and there you go. olofmeister takes a peek, spots them out, and Device instant reply from him. KRiMz, they know he's back there, and he's never going to make it out of there alive. Device and dupreeh picking up the final 2 frags, and that's definitely Dignitas getting a good read on what Fnatic were throwing at them and being prepared.
And the man of this round, in spite of only getting 1 kill, is definitely cajunb. If he doesn't make that, or sorry, Sipnix. If Sipnix doesn't make that jump, everything goes to hell. Because the way Fnatic actually play this round is they bank some flashbangs off the wall, and then those flashbangs are super effective. It's really hard not to get flashed if you're even halfway looking that way. So the fact that they spotted them out and then that follow-up grenade meant that all of Dignitas could rotate. You saw full rotation. Nobody stayed back at A. Just really well played from Dignitas. That makes this a lot more interesting. But Fnatic, they get the bomb plant, they buy. And not for a while. I think they might be faking a rush here.
They are. They're going to go for an A split. They're trying to make it look like it's going to be just a straight up B rush. And you already have Dignitas rotating off the A site. Dignitas have bought this. feTish spots out 2 guys in mid, though. And this has to be a moment's hesitation now for Dignitas. They have to be wondering what exactly are they up to. Yeah.
Can they get this kill on Pronax, who's, well, he's going to go down there. Sipnix will open up. JW making a lot of noise here. Flashbang in, and he's out of bullets. The C-set 75 this time wasn't enough. So actually, somehow Dignitas managed to stabilize here as KRiMz and flusha do pick up some really good kills. And Fnatic, if nothing else, just want to get the bomb down this round if they can at all. KRiMz still fiddling around with it in the back, and now he's actually not going to get a chance. Sipnix coming in with a great triple. Fnatic sold that so well. I think if they had committed to it all the way, they would probably have been in a slightly better position. But feTish, he just caught them in the middle, just enough.
Exactly, and JW missing out on the kill in CPL definitely hurt them as well. He's kind of that linchpin that's going to slow down Dignitas and make it so that they have to deal with him first before they can get onto that site and really start laying into his teammates. Him getting caught out completely like that, missing out on a free rifle, that certainly hit Fnatic. But you're right, that was good information gathering there by Dignitas, and dupreeh's going to just go ahead and clean up olofmeister fairly easily here.
Yeah, some nice spray going through that smoke. Now, this is an eco round completely for Fnatic, so it shouldn't be a big problem for them to, or for Dignitas to make it through at this point and, you know, make it to 3-0, which would be a good start.
Well, let's see how things shape up now. It's going to be 3 remaining members here for Fnatic. They've got the bomb. He's kind of pinned down in underpass, though, and this is a bit of a problem. feTish has already found the first kill. dupreeh will take out KRiMz. That the bomb dropped, and now it just leaves flusha alone. So it's a bit of a tricky position now for Fnatic. I mean, if he can bait somebody out into the open somehow to get a free frag, but I don't think that's going to happen, especially once Cajun spots him out.
Yeah, and worth pointing out that it's feTish hopping at this point and not Cajun or Device. But somehow Mirage just seems to lend itself to having not the primary, but the secondary, or even the third AWPer in line actually opening. Somehow that just happens a lot on Mirage. So not too surprised, really.
Okay, let's see exactly how things shape up now, because this is going to be a big round here. Fnatic are going to go for the buy. They've got full AKs, no AWP for JW, but then Fnatic are perfectly capable of having him just with a straight AK and nades as well. They've gathered up for the B play, and this is mind games. These are just mind games coming out from Fnatic now. Are they really going to go for the B play once again?
Yeah, but so far it hasn't been the B rush. So every time so far they've actually waited right here. And currently Sipnix is not in an awful position. There's like a couple of different spots you don't want to be at. If you're at the car, you can kind of try and stay there, because they don't have a Molotov currently, so they can't easily force him out of there. But once he realizes you try and get back, Cajun wins the fight in the middle, and Sipnix puts up a Molotov to buy even more time here.
We already see the rotation coming out now from Dignitas. It seems like they have an idea of what's happening here. KRiMz is going to go rushing through straight into the waiting arms of Sipnix, and feTish just shutting down this push. Fnatic, they're walking right into the blender. feTish with 3. Gets a 4th as well. And there you have it. Beautiful work coming in from Dignitas, and that is going to just wrap everything up.
Yeah, really, really good reads coming out. I mean, we were talking about how well prepared Fnatic were on Inferno, and without a doubt they were. They'd done so much homework, but it kind of feels like Dignitas have actually put in some work here. I mean, Richard was talking about feTish as like an in-game leader that does do his homework a little bit, so I think maybe we're seeing that coming into play right now. Yeah. So it's 7-0 and 1 for feTish, and now Fnatic. Are we actually going to finally see the real rush coming in? Because this can be super effective even with C-sets, and yeah, this time they don't slow down. This is what I wanted to see, because this is really hard to deal with sometimes. Flashes go through, Sipnix can't see a thing. He's going to get the first kill, gets a little bit more, and actually there's a team kill in there from flusha. That's 3 kills right now onto Fnatic's side, and it doesn't work nearly as effectively as we've seen in the past. Molotov in towards flusha. He's going to have to run away. 2 health left. No bomb plant. Yeah, dupreeh's going to stop him before he can get onto that site. olofmeister tries to make a run for that bomb as well, and he's not going to happen. That particular rush is the one that's just caught so many teams. So actually to see Dignitas stop it like this is a big indication that the Danish team, they have some sort of clue about what's going on here. Well, yeah, and I think, well, that's the thing, right? When you see a play become so effective, just so effective, it looks unstoppable with how Fnatic run it. And the success that they've had, you can be sure that Fnatic being the best team right now, that they're just mauling people on this map, and in large part thanks to that strat, you can be sure that every opponent is basically going to do their homework and realize, okay, this is how Fnatic, these are the telltale signs that we have to be looking for to be able to set up for a defense to properly stop this push. So Dignitas, man, they're definitely going to be prepared going into this. There's no doubt about it. And now we have to see Pronax and his lads if they can actually adjust. Now comes the big moment where can they actually change up their play now, or do they just rely on that one to get the job done? No, I'm pretty sure they have a lot more in you know, in the rule book or in the tac book right here. JW, he's got the AWP back, so that's definitely a big deal. We'll have to see if they can find that opening. Initially, they didn't get anything in the middle here. Dignitas actually have a really relaxed defense towards the middle. You can try and do like a 3-way crossfire here. We have one guy connect to one guy window, one guy catwalk towards B, and you kind of trying to lock down the middle. That's not what they're doing right here. Just playing very, very defensively towards A. And actually, they're predicting correctly that Fnatic are going to go for a bit of a standard push here coming up, connector and A. This should be a really tight defense for Dignitas. Yeah, exactly. And look at dupreeh, still alive on the site. His usual spot as well. He loves his position, and he's going to get 2 frags. flusha is out. Pronax looking to flash, but it's not going to happen. He gets flashed in turn, and it's all down to JW now, alive from the pit. CZ, AWP, and the nade. Doesn't even hit. So, yes, I'm so glad we got the shot of feTish, because he's the guy doing the strat calling right here. And when you set up like that, when you have 3 people that close to the entrance of A, you have definitely feTish has made a call at that point saying, boys, I think it's going to be an A push this time. They've done B. I think they're going to rotate back to A this time. And it was a perfect call. And that puts Dignitas in such a good position. That's very, very cool. Yeah, and that's, you know, the thing is, you have to point out the fact that they were holding up close as well. That's within the smoke range for a smoke take on A, which is a safe strat that Fnatic could elect to use. And instead, feTish is like, no, we'll just cut them off early. We'll prepare for all eventual strats. So this is really nicely done here. But this is going to be double kill from cajunb, pushing out onto short. That's a lot of information gained as well. He spotted out the remaining members, and feTish is going to come in to clean up flusha. Gotta be careful, though. It's 2-on-3. feTish really wants to play a little bit defensively here. Pronax going to walk right in. And actually, that Molotov is somehow going to save him anyway. That's a scary position. A lot of damage being taken by olofmeister as well. And Dignitas could just play this safely. And they should be all right. They don't actually have to challenge all that much. Curious, no. Bit of grenade damage. A bit of grenade. I mean, olofmeister's low. feTish is going to get the perfect timing, though. And there you go. olofmeister, the flash peek. Good teamwork coming out from Dignitas as well. That was very well timed on their part, just setting it up so that feTish could peek mid, get the info. Unfortunately for him, he lurks over there a bit too long, and Pronax finds him. Pronax nearly picks up the second frag as well. Sipnix is now just barely alive. Sipnix does manage to clutch it, though. That 1v1 was so important. As starts go, this is working out really, really well for the Dignitas team. We've seen basically 5 rounds from Fnatic that went to B, and Dignitas shut it down. The one round where they wanted to go A, feTish correctly predicted it, and this round, well, there's a bit of an attempt to pick up some individual openings, but actually Fnatic not with much of a strat. They kind of got shut down in the middle. They tried for that one opening. Now they're going to go for the standard BA push, and look at the setup this time. This is really important. Look at the setup for Dignitas here. This is not a setup that's great for dealing with this kind of push. Actually, when they get into the bomb side, it's a lot better. The fact that dupreeh's in here makes such a big difference. He's going to go for the kill. He picks off JW. dupreeh, great movement coming out. That's a double kill, and flusha's now going to be all alone. That makes all the difference in the world. The fact that he gets into that bomb side is so huge, and now flusha goes down as well. Initially, Dignitas didn't have the setup for it, and dupreeh, it's like he realized in the last possible second, wait a minute, if they go for that standard A push, we're kind of screwed.
Yeah, exactly, and this is his spot as well. Fnatic, they don't manage to get that frag right there, and that's JW missing a huge opportunity, dropping him down to 13 HP. I mean, I don't think that Fnatic could have really pulled it out even after that, because Dignitas had already rotated in, and despite dupreeh, you know, he just got all the information for his team, so Dignitas should be able to actually act on that. But still, just monster plays coming in from Team Dignitas right now. And they are momentum players right now, Dignitas. You know, they do feed off of that. If the plays start going right and they start getting the frags, they just seem to play better and better. So this is now going to be so tough for Fnatic to fight back against this momentum.
And this time they did have the three-way crossfire setup that we talked about. They had, well, just going down on short actually feTish. Nice jump shot from Sipnix. That's a double kill, and he drops the bomb up here, which leaves olofmeister going down next to dupreeh, and now flusha alone in a pretty tricky 1-on-4. He's going to get that good spray. They just need to do a lot of damage right now. Fnatic are far behind, 9-0. So you see the alternate, like look at the ways that Dignitas have held. They've held 3 people tight in A, all the way on the bomb side, all the way into almost apartments. Then they've held more passively, and now this time they go for 3 people towards middle. So they keep changing up their CT side defense, and Fnatic are actually at a loss here. For the first time, I think, in this best of 3, it looks like Fnatic are coming up without the right read, basically.
They're coming up short. Yeah. They definitely are. And it's so difficult to come back from this because, again, once you start feeling in, once it starts to set in, you know, like nothing is working, we're not managing to A, land our shots, or B, just they're reading us like books. It's so tough to fight back from this position. And Fnatic looks like they want to go once again for a B play. They've got the flashes. They're just going to try and run through and hope against hope that Sipnix is out of position.
Cajun is here as well. This is going to be so tough. They have more smokes as well. Well, the grenades are going to rain in right here. Sipnix is blinded for a second, but he still gets the headshot in. flusha will get the last kill, and it's going to be Cajun going to town next, but he actually goes down. flusha with the deagle doing really good work here. If they can get the bomb plant, that definitely helped them a lot.
It would be huge, and they looks like they're just going to manage it as well. feTish trying to rush out onto the site. He's not going to get there in time to stop that plant from happening. He whips around and takes the kill, though, and this should be a final one. feTish cutting it a little bit close, and Pronax will punish. Bit of a call. This is actually a very good eco round coming out from Fnatic. 3 kills. Good. They don't manage to drop the Scar 20 or the AWP, which are the big key rifles for Dignitas, but
now Dignitas know for a fact now that Fnatic are originally going to be investing everything into this round. I would love to see them go even more aggressive. I'd like to see either an A or a B apartments push with 2 people here, just because that's one thing that Dignitas haven't done yet. So just to throw Fnatic completely off, that could be a lot of fun to see.
Hell, with the Scar 20 and the AWP combo, you push a rifle up to top mid. With that kind of coverage from behind, it's going to be really tough to stop.
Exactly.
But Dignitas, this time around, they do decide to put 2 guys. And there you have it, actually. It's Device and feTish holding mid window. They're just hoping against hope that Fnatic come around that corner.
Yeah. They boost Device all the way up here, and the auto sniper now in a... I mean, if anyone was pushing aggressive middle for Fnatic, they'd definitely be caught off guard with the timing here.
Blender.
All right, but still a little bit more passive than previously, but obviously still a slightly different setup here. It looks like Fnatic are going to go back to the A bomb side as JW gets an opening, and that's very, very important.
Oh, that was a crucial kill there. This is actually an entry frag situation now for Fnatic. Let's see what they decide to do off of this. dupreeh, once again, in a great position. If the smokes and flashes come over to try and block out CT, block up the site, dupreeh, first line of defense, but also within the range. And he's got cajunb to support him from Electric now as well. This is an interesting situation now. And Fnatic, JW cannot hit that shot, but cajunb misses as well.
dupreeh gets the first kill, almost out of bullets. It's going to go down to olofmeister. This could be Fnatic's big opening. They need to get back into this game, or into this half at any rate. olofmeister charging through, takes the next kill. He's finally going to go down to Sipnix. Bomb should be going down any second here as Device picks up a kill with the auto sniper. Fnatic, they can't let go of this. They've positioned themselves very nicely here. Now they just need to see it all the way through. It's a 2-on-2, and KRiMz finally puts down the bomb. But now into CT spawn, Device is coming through. They still have JW up in those apartments, though.
Yeah, that incendiary bought so much time. Dignitas now can try and split them up, but JW, he sees it coming. An easy frag there, picks off Device. Now KRiMz, this is all down to Sipnix now, 1v2. He knows where JW is. JW's going to peek out, risky business, but Sipnix, he's going to be caught in the crossfire at this point. He does not have the time to thoroughly check the angles, and he will get flanked by JW, who just held strong for his team there, gave the entry, and then helped to lock down the site. That was a huge round for JW.
Yeah, really, really nicely done. I mean, it was looking a little bit sketchy at one point there. I was actually getting worried for Fnatic, but they managed to pull through, and that's definitely very important. 10-1. And finally, the Swedish team get around on the board. Now, let's see if they can keep it up. Because obviously, Dignitas do have a lot of money. Even though there's been some successful rounds for Fnatic as anti-ecos or Azeka rounds, this is still pretty good for the Danish team.
They've been going for very expensive rifles, though. And dupreeh's going to manage to get into underpass fairly quickly here and catch Pronax off guard. Again, with the aggression. Look at this. Now, Team Dignitas going for a different setup. It's going to be the aggressive push up to top mid. They do manage to get Pronax from it. They drop olofmeister by half. This is a very strong start. Once again, Dignitas, they're not willing to let Fnatic get comfortable at any point. No. They're going to continue to just try and change up their defense, change up their game.
And that's a great headshot. feTish going down, and actually maybe a little bit unnecessarily, as they had the advantage. They could have maybe just stuck around and tried to play a little bit more defensively. But yeah, some of all those strats that we saw in Inferno from Pronax to give them the entry frags, right now Fnatic have a hard time even getting into good positions where they could execute some sort of strat, because they're just they keep running into a different defense all the time, and it's making it kind of hard for them to predict. JW wants to catch someone rotating over, but actually this is going to be an A push, and Fnatic are going to make their way through ramp and in through middle as well, which means dupreeh has to do extremely well right now. A lot of this is on dupreeh.
They need Device as well. Device right now, he's going to be in that linchpin position right now, and it looks like he's going to go back into CT. No, yes, he is going to go back into CT. He's changing it up. Now, does he go towards the A site? Yes, he does. This is going to be Fnatic being able to push out here. dupreeh, though, up in apartments.
He's checked it, and now they definitely know. So actually, dupreeh's position could mean so much right here. Sipnix will pick up the first kill. dupreeh's the linchpin. Device gets a kill as well with the auto sniper dupreeh. Where's the timing? Bomb goes down, and now dupreeh's going to walk right in, take down olofmeister, and lead JW in a crazy 1-on-4. This is going to be godlike if he can manage to pull this off. He sees the gun barrel, he misses the shot, and dupreeh's coming around. That's a no-scope. They are defusing the bomb. He's going to have to go quicker than this. He gets the second kill, but the bomb has been defused. Such a big task here, and he's going to have to run away eventually. And now Fnatic, at least the bomb plant means they have money to buy here. But, yeah, that was a lot task for JW, but he could have done it.
That's definitely not an easy situation to find yourself in. The fact that he hits this no-scope as well, dupreeh, they're lagging a little bit.
Well, look at this. If he hit the first shot on Sipnix and the follow-up on dupreeh, then actually he could have killed the guy defusing the bomb, and all of a sudden it would have been a very open round. So, I mean, yeah, never underestimate JW. That's the lesson here, right?
The good thing is that because he holds onto that AWP, he's going to have that firepower, and he's going to be able to drop for his mates as well. So this is still a healthy buy coming out from Fnatic, and it looks like they want to change up the pace, or at least try to. It's going to be a short wrap. They're going to try and get into the B side as quickly as possible here, and this is going to come down to Dignitas. Can they hold? The Incendiary buys so much time.
Great openings in spite of taking so much damage getting into it. They're going to drop Sipnix as well. This is nicely handled by Fnatic. They push apartments and the catwalk, and actually Dignitas have got to be worried. Yeah, they're going to back off here. That was looking great because there were some really great Molotovs and HE grenades. You can see flusha and KRiMz are, you know, on a quarter health either of them. So that should have probably been a better round for Dignitas, but Fnatic is showing the power of that B push again.
This time they decide to change it. Like it's the battle of the minds right now. It's all about the mind games, and Pronax decides to shift up the pace as well. They took it very slowly in the last round, and he's like, okay, that's enough of that. We're going to try and go just slam our way into a site as quickly as possible this time around and go for one that we haven't actually tried yet. You know, they could be expecting us all to come rushing out of the apartments, but just fast smokes into window and connector, blocking off information from Dignitas and going straight up short. Fnatic haven't tried that yet. So Pronax also showing his versatility on the offense, trying to keep feTish guessing. But now it comes down to whether Fnatic can lock down the remaining 2 rounds, because I think basically they need to have that 11-4 finish. It's at all costs what has to happen for Fnatic.
If this finishes 11-4 and Fnatic pick up the piss round of the second half, I think they're still perfectly in the game. If they don't get 4 rounds, I think even with the piss round, it's going to be a little bit tough for them. Won't rule them out because they're such a good team, but we'll have to find out here. Setting up to, with smokes, that sort of signal it's going to be a standard A push. I'm kind of thinking they're not going to go straight away. Actually, are they just going to rush up middle? This is kind of crazy. They're pretending to do what they did last round, rushing their way in here, flashing their way through. feTish picks up a kill, and flusha goes down as well. Sipnix with the kill on Pronax. Somehow this all failed for Fnatic, but this was going to be an A push, and it was going to be really fast as well through connector and through window room, in fact.
Yeah, then they basically lose every fight they take there in that situation. Fist bumps all around for Dignitas, you can be sure, because that was definitely cut. I mean, that was cut way too close. it's a matter of a couple of bullets here and there, and
Yeah.
all of a sudden that shifts to Fnatic's round. But Dignitas were the guys who were able to recover faster and lock down the kills.
What's super interesting about the beginning of that round is that it feels very much like the previous round where it was like a B split through apartments and catwalk. It almost starts off that way, so if Dignitas could have actually started rotating, and then it turns out, wait a minute, it's actually an A push. Now, Fnatic did force it up. Of course they did. It's the 15th round, so they've bought whatever they can here. It's a Galil and also the AWP on JW, which hasn't been as effective as we've sometimes seen on Terra's side. Still been good, but maybe just not quite as good. KRiMz, his hair is on fire a little bit. It's going to fall back, and olofmeister did take down cajunb. It's a good return, though, onto JW.
Yeah, nicely played there by feTish. Not exactly the most common angle to be holding from feTish, trying to keep them guessing as well. But flusha's now going to try and pick up that AWP most likely. Yeah, and he's going to try and put it to good use here, but feTish does manage to spot him out and put a little damage on him.
Scary situation. That shot through the smoke. It's going to be a B push, and I mean, Sipnix, again, he even has a taser, but he also has a Molotov, and this position is really cool. This is one that Fnatic might try and pre-fire, just walk in and take the shot, but it isn't that common. It's only like 1 in 10 rounds, basically, that someone's going to be there.
Look at feTish right now. Oh, this is all going to be very interesting here because feTish is going to beat it until olofmeister steps in. Device, however, with that Scar 20 takes out Olof. But this is now going to open it up, and Sipnix knows exactly what's happening now and decides to go for a nade instead of trying to take the shots initially.
Oh, and he doesn't get that one on flusha. That's a really big opening now for Fnatic. Yeah, that Scar 20 is not going to do too much for the smoke. Device and dupreeh here, trying to see if they can clutch it and actually get that 13th round home, where Fnatic are going to run away with 3 here. The bomb already down is definitely a good indication, and actually only now is dupreeh coming up from the apartments to try and see if he can get the backstab in, but he has no clear targets. Actually, Fnatic have chosen really great post-plant positions here. Yeah, maybe flusha is the one who was a little bit weak then. This shouldn't be doable. Device is going to take down KRiMz as well. Pronax now in a 1-on-2. Is he covering from the right angle? He's going to get the first kill here. He needs another one. dupreeh fakes it once. He's going to walk out, and Pronax is going to save it. So nicely handled. Fnatic, they hold on to the round. Looking a little bit scary towards the end, but it kind of works out anyway. So 12-3, Samler.
12-3. And you can see Pronax grinning because he knows, okay, we actually do have a little bit of a buffer now. Because they could afford to lose the pistol, come back in and buy, and still have a little bit of room to work with. Whereas if it got past that, oh, dupreeh. Nice.
Yeah. I think Fnatic are not excited about this first half. I think Dignitas came out way on top here. Yeah. So this is going to be really interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing what feTish has planned for this Terra side pistol. Well,
exactly. That's the thing. That's the thing. It's totally changed around now because it's like what happened on Inferno. Now feTish is going through his mind being like, okay, we can run this strat, we can run this strat.
Actually, something that some of the Danish team love to do is actually go for what sort of initially seems like a standard A push with smokes and everything else. But then instead of stopping in the bomb site, you keep pushing the CT spawn. Yeah. If you push down and take the CT ramp, you get so much control of that bomb site. I really, yeah. So if I had to take a guess, that would be my guess for this round. But we'll see. There's a lot of options, obviously, for Dignitas. If you just see feTish coming back into it, he had to clear his mind.
Basically, go do some jumping jacks or something, burn off some energy. He's got to be hyped right now because this is what had to happen for Dignitas to keep them in this tournament. This is a lower bracket match, a best of 3, and Fnatic are currently up 1-0 in maps. So this is so important now for Dignitas. They need to take it to dust too. But look here now, Dignitas, they have 2 guys rocking nades right now. Flashes, smokes. They could set up for this A play.
Let's see if they stop in the bomb site or if they continue. Because, yeah, the smokes here definitely a clear indication. And Fnatic actually don't have the greatest setup, although they do have a 3rd person coming in, which is definitely great, and even a 4th one coming in. Nice start here for Fnatic. It doesn't even get that far. KRiMz picking up 2 kills, 1 with a grenade, a 3rd one for KRiMz, and now olofmeister finally going to come in. Bit of a team kill going on into JW, but Sipnix is going to be alone, and KRiMz will take that quad kill and just destroy Dignitas in this pistol round. So we never really got to see what would have happened if Dignitas got in, because Fnatic just decided, you know, the way is blocked.
This is the thing. It's almost as if Fnatic are also seeing it coming as well. They put 2 guys in CT. They put 2 guys in CT, which means that they can really hold that angle together, face together, and Dignitas have multiple targets to deal with. You know, you could see clearly that Dignitas, they had it in mind to push into CT because they leave it open. No smoke, no nothing. Yeah. But then that's an individual play. Also has a lens a hand here, and KRiMz manages to just dominate that round.
I mean, when you start off with a grenade and a headshot from the USPS, just getting like basically a double kill in 1 second, that is kind of hard to deal with. So very cool from KRiMz. I love it.
Fnatic get that start, that perfect start that they were looking for. JW kind of cutting corners here. He has to be a little bit careful. Only P250 armor for him, no rifle.
Which, if you remember what happened on Inferno when Fnatic won the CT side pistol, JW picked up a max 7 immediately, and the fact that he's going for this now means obviously he's going to try for an AWP really early, and I think that's a great choice. I really much prefer having the dedicated AWPers like JW actually going straight for the AWP and not cutting any corners here. Oh. We had one game recently where Guardian from Na'Vi was playing on Overpass, and I think it was like 11 rounds in. He actually only then did he pick up the AWP, and that was probably a big mistake. So yeah.
It's these players, you know, they play such a crucial role for their team. A lot of their strats are built around that, and I think a lot of it, you know, Thorn mentions this on Inferno as well, how JW has the freedom to move around and that Fnatic kind of play around him. It's the same story for Mirage. He's got that freedom to go up into A apartments and take peeks there, take the fight from connector, from window, from all sorts of different positions, but it's going to be the straight rush into the blender here for Dignitas. 2 quick kills coming out from KRiMz and olofmeister, and they are just locking it down.
Yeah, looking really good for KRiMz here. He's doing such a fine job, but he's finally going to go down. JW did land a shot. He's got no armor, but it doesn't really matter because it's just going to be Sipnix left here. So the AWP survives and only KRiMz dies, and that's pretty reasonable for Fnatic. They're going to go be too upset about that. And Dignitas just wanted to get that round over, it seemed like. They just kind of rushed in there and you know, try to get an entry. It wasn't going to work.
That is a bit risky there from JW. He is taking risks. If he goes straight glass cannon AWP versus something that's highly likely it's going to be a 3rd round eco.
Yeah.
I mean, you're playing with fire there, JW. Now he gets the rest of the gear, the CZ, the armor, the kit, the nades. But all right, let's see how Fnatic set up here, because this looks like it's going to be a smoke round coming out from Dignitas.
Now, Fnatic are checking top of mid. As soon as they check top of mid, they're going to know that something is up here. And if Dignitas push before then, olofmeister's going to be in a really tight spot. And Fnatic actually taking their time. So now the push is on. They still haven't checked. They need to go up and look. Now Pronax finally knows, can they get back into it? olofmeister's been smoked off, and I bet the connector's smoked off as well. So actually, Dignitas hit a great timing right here. This is perfect play coming out. But can they secure the kills? olofmeister's going to get 2 of them before they even get the bomb down, and that's so big.
And look at this now. olofmeister, he's just wide of the spray. cajunb will just barely get that plant down. And feTish now trying to push forward, take out flusha. It's not going to happen. flusha reloads in time. Pronax is going to set it up as well. And now it's all down to Cajun, alive in shadow, and they're about to find out exactly where he is. He still takes KRiMz with him, but that was definitely a very solid retake from Fnatic. The way that they handled it as well, you know, they see, okay, olofmeister calls out the smokes and flashes, says this is going to be an A-take, guys, it's coming right now. They don't go rushing through the smoke and try and risk taking fights straight up with Dignitas. They rotate everybody in, and then when they can take those shots, they do.
Yeah, and the fact is, Dignitas hit the perfect timing, and if olofmeister doesn't get those kills with the smoke, the whole picture changes. It makes you wonder, because actually we've seen this happen quite a bit, if it's worth it maybe for some terrorist teams to use more than just smokes to clear CT spawn, actually use like a triple grenade like we saw in Inferno, or Molotovs, or anything, because that really cost them quite dearly. Now it's kind of spreading out in almost like a standard split here for Dignitas. So slow round coming in, and they're just going to look to see if they can get some opening picks before they do much else.
You know, that retake really, to me, speaks of a team with supreme confidence in their ability to just handle CT side. They didn't rush. They didn't do anything crazy. And now KRiMz is actually in a bit of a dangerous spot. Doesn't know that dupreeh is pushed up behind him so quickly. The Dignitas right now, they're just going for map. They're just trying to get control of mid right now, get some information going, and now they're going to try and actually make some noise over on the B site. So that the man holding on short, flusha, he hears them stepping right now, and that actually makes it a little bit difficult for Fnatic to get the read.
Yeah, but it is obviously going to be an A push, as we can tell here. JW's got to be careful he doesn't get shot in the face, and he's actually going to fall all the way back. Fnatic actually holding pretty nicely. I like the fact that olofmeister's moving so close to the entry here, down in shadow. This is going to make it a little bit more tricky for Dignitas. They got to clear him out before they can do anything else.
Oh, he wants to take this balcony fight. He's going to go for a little bit of the old LGB. Does he walk in? Sipnix spots him, and Sipnix just barely makes it out.
olofmeister still wins the battle, even though he's sort of falling back and shooting at the same time. KRiMz with the perfect timing. Pistols out. dupreeh's going to go down as well. Sipnix and feTish coming into it, but JW is in place, and this is never going to work out. KRiMz with a triple kill, but this is closer than it seems. I mean, Dignitas actually have really, really big openings. Once olofmeister doesn't get the drop on Sipnix and he's falling back, that should be the open. That should be olofmeister dead, and it should be the go signal. olofmeister's just a little bit too fast here. The fact that he wins this battle is kind of ridiculous.
It's huge. Exactly right. It's just, and he sees it coming as well. It does come down then to like the battle of wills. Who's going to land the shot? And cajunb this time just did not come through for his team. Fnatic now only 4 rounds away from evening things up, and that's not a whole lot considering CT side Mirage, especially with these nades going through. And there you go. Goodbye, dupreeh.
Yeah. Dignitas trying what Fnatic also do, this push into the B bomb site. So far, only Device has picked up a kill, and it's not going to work. flusha with a good triple kill. That not this round, but the previous one, where KRiMz actually, like, after Olaf won that ridiculous battle against Cajun, he also, like, KRiMz turned around and got 2 kills in the connector. And if Olaf had gone down, KRiMz would have had to worry about the bomb site, and those 2 people from connector could have probably made their way in. So just a lot hinged on Olaf getting that kill. A whole lot of the round was decided right then. This is looking very tricky. I mean, right now, at 12-9, the way it is right here, I would say Fnatic actually have the lead. Even they're obviously 3 rounds down, but I think in terms of winning this map, Fnatic have a bigger chance right now than Dignitas do.
Oh, they had a really nice opportunity there, however, to catch JW off guard. It looks like he went for some aggressive apartments play, and he just gets chased out with 3 HP left. So a bit of a missed opportunity there for Dignitas. Oh, feTish is just going to get caught completely. He tries to go into Delpan to look short, and that's not going to happen.
And what's really interesting, actually, that feTish, you can see him looking at the top of the box. He was actually expecting that someone from Fnatic would be boosted up. So, again, subtle signs here that Dignitas have done some homework, but this wasn't the round where it was going to happen.
And the smoke to block it off now as well. feTish not going to hit that timing perfectly. It's going to be KRiMz sneaking into connector, picks off dupreeh. cajunb now going to come back and manage to find one at A pit. olofmeister is gone. So this is now back into a 4-on-4 situation here between Dignitas and Fnatic. But Dignitas are now starting to approach that point where they have to make a call as to where they want to take this. 45 seconds left on the clock.
And they are going to take it towards the B-bomb site. I kind of love it if they would leave somebody in the middle to catch up any rotators, but feTish seems like he's going to be trying to walk up in towards connector, and the rest of them have to somehow kill Pronax, who actually still has a Molotov in his hands. KRiMz, nice frag onto feTish. This Molotov could really slow everything down. Like, imagine he sees them, he's going to fall back with the Molotov instantly.
He messes it up. He messes up that Molotov, and now it's going to be Pronax getting rushed down. He's going to have a quick rotation in through B apartments, actually, as flusha's now on a mission, and he's going to catch cajunb peeking as well. So now it is going to be that crunch here. Fnatic just want to catch Dignitas on this site and shred them. Sipnic's trying to get into a bit of a better position to deal with flusha once he starts pushing up here. But this is all going to come down to the shots, and Device picks up the first one versus KRiMz.
Yeah, now it's JW versus Sipnic's major health advantage here. Sipnic's out of the edge. He's going to win the battle as well, and it's a great double kill for Sipnic's. Very important. Been a long time since Dignitas have been winning. I mean, this is the first round they win on the second half at all. So really important. Now they have to keep it up, otherwise Fnatic could crush them. So, I mean, yeah, they've won the round, but they've also sacrificed their round loss bonus, and it's 13-9. They are not at the finish line yet, and it is Semler. It's going to be the double up play.
Yeah, man. This is it, double up, and this is an option that Fnatic really have. You know, they can go with olofmeister on the A site. We've seen him do tremendous work for them with the AWP, but JW as well is over on the other side. He's at the B site, so this is where it gets really tricky for Dignitas now. They've got the AWP on feTish, but he's getting naded into oblivion, and Pronax, quick 1-for-1 there at the top of mid. Good play there by dupreeh, not missing that shot.
Yeah, I still like the aggression from Pronax. I think it's kind of cool. JW is going to pick up Device as well. Pushed up pretty aggressively over here by B. And now, I mean, if it wasn't already difficult for Dignitas to try and make a move, they're really going to be locked down here. As olofmeister picks up Cajun, leaving Sipnic and dupreeh. Yeah. They don't have many options. They were spotted over by B, and actually, JW clears out the fact that no one's there. They know that there's only maybe one guy in middle, and they just got a kill here. Fnatic have a really good read on what's happening at the moment.
Yeah, this is when that double up gets so difficult to deal with. olofmeister does not miss the second shot. dupreeh walks right into it. It's now Sipnic's alone. Touchdown nade onto him, drops him down to 5 HP, and he's on the edge. He finds the angle and catches olofmeister out, but he's still only got so little HP, 5 HP here.
Yeah, this definitely shouldn't be possible at all. Sipnic would have to be basically a magician to come out on top right now. He does throw a bit of a grenade in, does a tiny bit of damage to flusha, nowhere near enough, and now 25 seconds. He's actually going to make a run for it. I don't think he can even make it to be in this time. Like, this takes more than 20 seconds, surely.
This is going to be brilliant. If he does make it, it's literally just going to be the nick of time. And 10 seconds left. He's got to make it by 4 seconds. He has to make it onto the site and ready to plant by 4 seconds, and it's just not going to be it. He's cutting it too close.
Yeah. So nice attempt, but there just isn't enough time for it. So, I mean, I appreciate the idea. Would have been really cool if he had just like 2 more seconds. And now, is he going to survive the round?
He needs to survive the round. He's not getting any round bonus. He doesn't get any money for living through the round without a bomb plant.
Well, we'll have to see once we get back into the game here. But Fnatic, they handled around that double up setup. It's very powerful on Mirage as well. So just well done from Fnatic, and that's going to put Dignitas in a really awkward spot.
That's as we were saying, right? It drops them back down to 1,400 starting money in their rounds. It totally resets everything, and there you have it. So he did live through the round, which was crucial there. At least they have a gun to work with, Dignitas. But the rest of them on pistols. So life gets a bit difficult here for the Danes. Fnatic are just still closing in. and Sipnic's not managing to find an entry frag at top mid. That does not help them either. flusha and KRiMz both picking up frags, and they've just closed in on top of mid. Once again, Fnatic showing that they can change up their style of holding as well.
Yeah, Fnatic are playing a very cool game at the moment, and they're dangerously close to making it right back and actually potentially 2-0ing Dignitas here, which definitely be very upsetting for the Danish team. Fnatic, I mean, they won the FACEIT LAN, they won ESWC, they're looking to win Fragbite Masters too. They're just going all in right now. It's going to be 13-11, and we'll have to see. Dignitas, they will decide to buy here.
Yeah, they have no choice at this point. I think that they're quickly realizing that they're running out of rounds to play with here. Fnatic are closing in. It's like blood in the water. Fnatic, they're the Sharks. They're circling. They've traveled many miles to collect this win, Anders. But they're almost on top of it.
And looks like Dignitas are deciding an A-type push is going to be a good idea as well. And Fnatic are in alright but not great positions to deal with. And as they fall back, it kind of only makes it worse. Like for this kind of push that's happening right here for Dignitas, on the CT side, you want to be close to where the entrances of the bomb side are, not this far back. Unless olofmeister can do what he did last time and just kill people through the smoke, which actually makes up for it quite a bit. Yeah. But you can't really count on that like 100% of the time. At least it shouldn't be possible.
This is going to be a retake situation here for Fnatic. olofmeister trying to spot them out. Trying to find that angle. flusha getting a little wired there, but he's going to be able to pick up the 2. olofmeister finds one in the meantime, so this is now just going to go Fnatic's way. It's going to be so difficult for Sipnix and Device to work their way out onto the site. Ooh. Although, unless somebody sells the perfect fake. Oh, and
JW takes down Pronax. That was a team kill. He's probably shooting for Device. What the hell? Now it's going to be a bomb plant here. They're actually spending too much time. They're not sure they've really sold it. feTish is raiding right at the edge, and the JW, is he going to check? Right now he is, and feTish walks right in. That's a free kill. There should be a bomb plant happening any moment now. It's actually already taken a little bit too long. And Fnatic, now they're going to realize flusha is coming up from the terrorist spawn, and that's a pretty big deal. feTish going for the next fight here. Walks in, and KRiMz will take him down. So now Sipnix has at least the bomb's planted for him, but this is tough.
At least the bomb is planted for him. He's got that going for him. olofmeister isn't sure if he's holding close or not. So Fnatic definitely a little frustrated that they got thrown for a loop like this, but KRiMz is already looking. There's the incendiary, and KRiMz will pick up the remaining 2 frags here for Fnatic. Just such consistency from him when it comes to those clutch kills that need to be picked up to secure the team the rounds. He's getting the job done. Sipnix and feTish, taking fights instead of just holding passive angles in that sort of situation. feTish not, watching the murder hole very closely there and allows KRiMz to get through. Just small details there that Dignitas aren't quite capable of capitalizing on.
Yeah, I don't know. That was such a tough position for them as well. It's if Device wins the battle and just stays alive over there, it makes such a big difference. But even with the team kill involved, it wasn't quite enough here for the Danish team. Now it's 13-12. 1 round away from equalizing, and Dignitas, they don't have a lot. They just want to get the bomb down. And they've actually invested a lot in it. This is CSET 75 and pistols on a lot of people here, and they're not getting through. KRiMz just shutting them down. feTish, the last man standing. He's going to get shot down by flusha. No entry at all.
And there you have him, the man himself, KRiMz, right in front of you. Glorious beard in the works, in progress.
He's doing a good job, I would say.
Man, this is crazy. KRiMz, well, these are just eco frags, right? But he feels like he needs to, get a little padding in there as well. But this is it. And it's 13-13. Fnatic have run it all the way back. I'm
not convinced KRiMz really needs much padding because he's got 27 kills. So he's got a kill per round at this point in the game, and that's pretty decent. It's the AWP from feTish. It's now or never for Dignitas. They need to win a couple of rounds here and get back in the game. And opening up on flusha is a nice way of starting.
It's certainly going to help. He's got help here from dupreeh as well until Device decides to take a peek into window. And JW, that time around, was prepared for it, looking towards underpass. And now he could even just try and hunt it out. He wants to just hold passive, and this is really smart because they could set it up for KRiMz to take a peek as well. Like, Dignitas have got to be just wondering how the hell do we fight our way back into this, and it looks like they want to group up and gather, try and go for the A play yet again.
Yeah. Now the thing is, these smokes are supposed to sort of make sure that Fnatic don't get the kills as they get into the bomb side, but it's pretty obvious by now that Fnatic actually have no problem playing around these smokes and getting entry frags anyway once they get in. So maybe Dignitas actually just have a little bit too much faith in the fact that this standard smoke play is going to work. It seems like Fnatic are just too well prepared, so I'd actually like to see them go for something just slightly different. Again, maybe use more grenades than they actually currently are.
Fnatic, they currently have an incendiary grenade on olofmeister in CT spawn. KRiMz spots him out getting into get right. So now the question is, can he actually delay this? Is he going to hold? He's right here on the angle, and there you go. olofmeister going for the spray, and he does deny the plant. That was cutting it a bit close there, Olof.
JW with the kill as well, and again, olofmeister's just, even the smoke doesn't stop him, and that's just one of the really big problems. Finally, feTish comes through with a kill, and they're going to try a bomb plant. Great headshot from feTish. It is somehow back into a 2-on-2, and though Fnatic looked like they were going to sweep Dignitas off the map again, as now feTish finds himself. He has to clutch this. He's the captain. He's going to have to go big, but he can't. KRiMz will just shut it down. And just round after round, every time they try this push, it's olofmeister over behind that CT spawn. That smoke is not enough to stop him, and Dignitas haven't realized yet.
No. But they also, I mean, they're just managing to come in through connector like that and secure frags as well. Fnatic are just so confident, in large part, I think, due to olofmeister and his ability to just deny plants like this. Look at this. He just catches them right through the edge of the smoke. Yeah,
and it delays the bomb plant by like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
It's just such a big play.
Well, it gets better. He denies it, and then he throws an incendiary in there to buy even more time. Like, that's just brutal. But now Fnatic are in the lead. Yeah. AWP picked up on JW as well. Dignitas, no sniper rifle on their side. Looks like they want to go for a bit of the run and gun. They don't really have that AWP for feTish.
Well, let's see. This is so close, Dignitas. I mean, Thorin did say maybe they were going to make a game of it, but he still felt like Fnatic were going to take it, and right now it's looking like it. Great opening from flusha with a double here. JW picking it up, and Pronax still hiding inside the bomb site, just waiting it out. Device, the only man standing. Fnatic kicking it into overdrive and shutting out Dignitas of this round. 15-13 match and map point here for Fnatic.
That was the desperation play out of Dignitas there. They're like hoping against hope that they can catch somebody off guard on Fnatic's side. That man on short flusha just managing to mow down 2 Dignitas members as they try and rush around the corner. It's like, that cannot happen. And now feTish, I mean, he's trying to rally the troops right now. He's trying to get them back on the same page, but they are now down 2 rounds to Fnatic. Fnatic on match point right here. This is it. This is I mean, they will continue on in this tournament. Dignitas, they need 2 rounds or they are done with the Fragbite Masters.
They need 2 rounds, then they need to win the overtime. So there's just a lot going on here for Fnatic. And even if they lose this round, it's not like Fnatic going to eco. So they have a really, really good shot at doing this. It's back to the standard A play with... It's going to be cajunb lurking in the middle to try and see if he can get up once the actual play is happening here. And KRiMz now is actually in an interesting position. He's going to fall back a little bit further. And again, I'm just looking to see if olofmeister's going to do that thing with the smoke again, because that's worked almost every time.
He can try and he can back it up. Right now, he's actually trying to change up his angle a little bit. Looking to connect there right now. These are the sorts of things, just information gathering. But Fnatic this time around, they actually have KRiMz holding fairly close and get right, and that's not something that they've really done yet. So again, Fnatic making adjustments themselves to try and catch Dignitas off guard, and this could work brilliantly. KRiMz is within the radius of the smokes.
Yeah, really good stuff. We'll see. He's raiding, and dupreeh's going to be the first target. He takes him down next in line. It's Device, and it's going to be a triple, and KRiMz just decimating the Dignitas team. flusha waiting inside, and he's going to catch cajunb coming up from behind, leaving feTish alone 1-on-3, and it's going to be jumping shot. No, flusha will take him out of the end. 16-13 for Fnatic, and they make it through. Well played.
And it's just, you know, all in a day's work for these guys. Really is. It looks like they're clocking in and clocking out. KRiMz doesn't even crack a smile after just demolishing Dignitas for yet another round. Top fragging by a large margin.
Yeah, so to sum up a little part of this game, Dignitas found the answer to deal with Fnatic's B push really, really well. And then it turns out they have no answer to deal with olofmeister over the A bomb site. He just, like, those